So don't be frustrated by the fact that you are denied for multiple big companies.
So I'll just jump right into the questions. Steve, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Steve Lee, and I'm working as a category marketing manager at Microsoft Windows business in the US.
Can you tell me a little bit about your process of getting into the company?
Yes, so prior to joining Microsoft, I did my MBA at Duke University, the Fuqua School of Business. I'm class of 2017. Prior to MBA, I worked at Johnson & Johnson consumer sector of the business back in my home country, which is South Korea, for 6 years, specialized in go-to-market strategy as well as retail marketing. And then during the summer, in MBA school, I worked at Google Korea as an MBA intern, and that was a perfect chance for me to transition to tech industry. But unfortunately, there was no full-time offer in my home country, so I had to apply for full-time job in the US when I was in second year in MBA school. And then after trying numerous applications, finally I got the full-time offer from Microsoft.
Can you please tell me exactly what you do at Microsoft?
Yes, my official job title is Windows Category Marketing Manager, and I drive and execute Windows retail marketing strategy, including seasonal marketing plans, forecasting, financial modeling, investment management, product management, and so on. And I closely work with salespeople to monitor all the weekly sales progress as well as to see the comparative landscape. The beauty of category manager role is you have to be close enough to field sales where you can see the reality of the business, as well as you have to be savvy with overarching marketing strategy. So you play as a liaison between field sales versus the high level marketing strategy people.
Got it. Can you share a little bit about your day-to-day, how it look like?
So I have a lot of meetings, just like other employees in a big company. So I do have regular one-on-one with my respective account managers, including Costco, Amazon, Micro Center, and Target, and talk about the daily sales progress, the competitors' promotion, price, and then we monitor how our marketing strategy is executed in the store level, as well as looking at the digital store, how we perform relative to other players. That's how I do my job on a daily basis.
How does most of the people join into this field? What are some of the entry-level jobs for a category marketing manager?
I think there are two ways. Either people start with the marketing manager or marketing associate, or they can start with the sales associate. Like I said, the category manager role is liaison between the traditional marketing role versus field sales role. So you can start with the field sales and like build up your experience with the customer interactions and in-store execution, and then move to category manager role and leverage your field sales experience. Or you can start with the top stream marketing role, starting with advertising and develop product messaging, and then move into go-to-market strategy role, which is category manager.
Got it. From a non-tech background to what you do now, was there any difficulty in terms of doing the job? Because I know you were in marketing before, like your new role here in Microsoft is a marketing role as well, but it's just very different industries. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes, for sure. So there are, of course, similarities and differences between consumer products versus IT industry, for sure. The big difference is when it comes to product, it's much more complicated. I was very surprised about the scale of the Windows business because there's PC manufacturer, which is over 100 worldwide, and then there's PC component, and then there's CPU, there's silicon partners, there's graphic card partners, there are retailer partners. There are numerous companies who is involved in this industry. So I was very surprised about the scale of the business and had hard time to understand how the PC industry ecosystem works each other. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the challenging part, and I had to build up my experience and learn a lot from my job, as well as had to read a lot of tech articles and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But then when it comes to competency, it's all about business intelligence where I can leverage from my consumer background,
Mm-hmm.
because eventually what you want to sell is how to drive your Windows business with the consumers. What's your value prop, how you forecast future sell through, as well as what's the competitors' promotion price and how to compete against your players. So function wise, I could leverage my previous experience.
Got it. What do you like most about your role, and what do you like least about your role?
My whole career, including my previous job as well as current job, is all about go-to-market strategy, focusing on retail partners as well as consumers. So I really like the fact that category manager plays as a liaison between overarching marketing strategy as well as field sales, because oftentimes marketing people don't know about what's going on in real business world, and I see the reality of the business because I closely work with salespeople. So that's what I like the best, and I like the fact that I'm dealing with a lot of numbers, which I can leverage my strong data analytical skills. Things that I don't like about is like just like other employees in a big company, there are too many meetings. Like sometimes I need more time to focus on real work instead of having numerous meetings with diverse stakeholders. Of course, meeting is required, but at the same time, you really want to prioritize what is crucial for the result. Sometimes it doesn't need face-to-face meeting. It can be done over the phone or over the email. But then when it comes to meeting, you have to prepare for exact agenda and set the exact outcome that you want to achieve. Sometimes it's challenging.
Same here. My last question, actually, what advice would you give someone who is considering to join Microsoft or to become a category marketing manager just like you?
That's really good question, and there's no like legit answer for that. Every single person has different story,
Mm-hmm.
and then every person's career journey may be different. So
Mm-hmm.
based on my experience, especially for international students, I want to provide three things. The first one is you have to reflect entire of your life and then see what's your differentiating point and core competencies that you can compete against other strong candidates. Marketing, of course, is a highly competitive role, and then you have to compete against native speakers. Then you have to have a clear value prop about your personal brand and convince the interviewer. So that's the first thing you need to do. The second thing is oftentimes people forget about the overarching company vision, but for my experience, I like deep dive into the details, how Microsoft vision is related to my personal story. For example, the vision of Microsoft is to empower every single person and organization on the planet to achieve more. And I build up my story, why that vision is relevant to me. For me, just like my previous company, Johnson & Johnson, um, it's not just about making money. It's not just about grow year over year. It has to be something meaningful for entire human beings, which I pursue with my personal vision. So empowering every person and organization on the planet to achieve more sounds really attractive to me because my personal goal is to help other people to enjoy more happier life. Linking company vision to your personal story is another good piece of differentiating point that you can carve out and make it personal to your entire experience. So that's second thing. And the last thing I'd like to highlight is there's a fit between the company as well as you. So don't be frustrated by the fact that you are denied for multiple big companies. That doesn't necessarily mean you are not qualified or you don't have competencies to work in that company. It's just a matter of sometimes of luck, or maybe something that you cannot control may affect on your job. For example, visa or legal issues, macroeconomic impact, or even like candidates were more qualified than you. Doesn't necessarily means you are not qualified, but there was just some other people or person who are more qualified than you. So don't be frustrated, and then you have to endure that hard time and knock for the opportunities without any frustration for numerous of times.
Got it. That was really good advice, actually. That was it for today. Thank you so much, Steve, again for time today. I am sure a lot of other audience would be grateful for this information. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Thank you.